Okay, guys. It's been a few weeks, so I'm going to be kind of rusty, and that's okay because I'm not. My strong suits, my strong suit in this whole thing is mechanics and showing you guys how to run your own adventures, not necessarily the story. I'm not here. I'm not a storyteller. I'm more a referee. So this is how you're going to referee yourself. If this is your first video, go back and watch some of my other videos. Short recap. We have a fighter named Takio. He is a variant human fighter. He has a few different feats and different fighting abilities that allow him to wear light armor. His AC is 18, and he has a feat that one-time reaction in melee. His armor class is actually 20. Due to finesse and proficiency, and one of his he's a dueling style. I can't remember exactly, but anyway, his rapier does 1d8 plus 6 damage. His short bow does 1d6 plus 4. Since he is a fighter, he does have second wind ability, which means he does get to heal himself once per day, 1d10 plus his level. This is a pretty good build. I did roll pretty good. The variant human allowed me to bring my 17 up to an 18. He does have some, here's his proficiencies, and he's a pirate, and he's got some stuff here. We are going to hire a few people. I think I already did that in a different one, but I didn't write it down. And the mission recap is that a celestial, that is a dwarven celestial, came to him and asked him to go to a castle that is a certain number of days away, and underneath the castle is a temple, a dwarven temple that has probably been desecrated. So we're going to go ahead and assume that we are there. But first off, we're going to go to the equipment section in the player's handbook, and we are going to buy some hirelings. The least known about page in the book. So 2 gold per day. So we only have 14 gold left. So I would like to have at least 3 skilled people. So that's 6 gold per day. We can't really do that if it's a couple days away. So we're going to have to determine randomly how far away this is going to be. D4. It is 1 day away. We are lucky. So we will have to have them at least 2 days apiece. 1 day there, 1 day back. 1 day there, 1 day back. So let's see. So if we only have 2 skilled people, 4 gold a day, that's 8 gold, and then untrained is 2 silver. So we can have 2 torchbearers. So we're gonna have 4 people. I'm gonna write this down this time so I don't forget. I've done this every time. 4 hirelings, 2 skilled. All right, so that is going to take away 8 gold and 8 silver. So we're going to have 6 gold, 2 silver. So we are going to... All right, so now we're just going to dive into it. So we're going to assume... Well, I guess I can't even remember... It's pretty bad. I can't remember my own rules that I discussed, but we're going to check out some random encounters real quick to see if we get a random encounter. I'm going to assume it's by boat that we got to get there. So let me find the random encounter section on page, I guess, 85. Oh, this is random encounter by sea. So this is where we're going to be at. I think I said page 86, so let's go check out page 86. Random encounters. 18 or higher. checking for, yeah, so we're going to do a couple checks here. 18 or higher. No. So we get to the dungeon. We arrive there on our boat. Imagine this is our boat, and this is the place. We get there. So now, finally, after all this time, we get to do the adventure. Okay, so what you're going to do for your own dungeon adventure, this is actually more my strong suit now. Okay, you're going to take the Dungeon Master's Guide, and we are going to turn to page 290. Here we are. So this is pretty self-explanatory. So first things first, we're going to roll in a starting area. We rolled a 3. So we have a square 40 by 40. I don't know if you can see this or not. Square, yeah. Square 40 by 40. Doors on 3 walls. Okay. So I'm going to kind of just move this out of sight. And we're just going to kind of do a quick dungeon dive, okay? So, I like to start this in the middle. And just kind of do it like this. And I like to do this as my entrance. Okay. Now, doors all around. Now, some of these might be trapped. Some of these might be secret doors. We don't know that yet. The Dungeon Master's Guide has told us this, but we don't know. So first things first, we're going to see if this is where this book kind of gets kind of flippy. Is you got to go to page 296, and then we got to see it instantly what the dungeon chamber contents are. Okay. 55. So instantly you see there is a dungeon hazard with incidental treasure. So we got to roll on the dungeon hazard. And the dungeon hazard is like the one thing I don't really like in this. So there's instantly, when we come in here, there's spider webs. So I need to go now to the chapter 5. And I got to see what spider webs do. Which is a little bit more flipping. Alright, Dungeon Hazard is page 105. Webs. Giant spiders weave thick, sticky webs. It does have vulnerability to fire. So, I mean, this is something that I learned from playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I do have a couple torchbearers with me, and they do have their torches. So basically what I'm going to do is we're going to take our torches and we're going to burn down all of these spider webs. Okay? So if you are going to be creating your... if you're going to be creating a dungeon for your players as well, you can make a symbol in here for spider webs, or you can label this the room number 1 and then write down eventually all this stuff. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this, and we're just going to make a little tiny spider web in here. Don't really look that good. I'm doing Spider-Man sad. We're going to do that for now, and there is treasure in here. We'll put treasure. Well, that usually means trap for me. So there's treasure in here. So it's incidental treasure. So that means as we're burning all this stuff away, that we already find some bones or something like that. We're going to say, for the sake of this video, we find bones and it has treasure. So what you're going to do after you find treasure is you're going to flip to the treasure section, and you go to Treasure Hoard Challenge 0 to 4, I believe. Let me see if they have any kind of... I don't believe they'll have any kind of what you should talk about. Now, see, so personally, I mean, you could do individual treasure, which might make sense, but maybe this is a treasure hoard. So we're going to go with treasure hoard here because I don't know why. I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm assuming this is going to be some adventurers that got stuck in this web, maybe eaten. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to. So this is a lot, actually. This is quite a bit. So maybe we're going to go individual treasure, actually. We're going to do individual treasure. So we're going to roll a D100 here. 83. We find 3d6 gold. 2, 8, 11. We find 11 gold. So go ahead and write that down on your somewhere. You can get a separate sheet of paper. So far, tally up that we have 11 GP. So it hasn't quite paid off yet. And now we need to figure out, we have to go back to the dungeon creator. And we got to figure out these doors. So, first things first, we need to figure out what these doors are. So, door type, 11. This is a wooden locked door. So we're going to put an L right here. 17. This is a portcullis. I'll put a P right there. 7 is just an unlocked door. So we check that door, it's locked. This is a portcullis. We can kind of look down that way. Since we can look through this way, I am going to roll the passage beyond this door. So beyond the door, 3, it is a passage 30 feet ahead. Sorry, 20 feet ahead. And for the sake of this, peering down this way, for the sake of this, we're not going to roll anything more on this. I am going to make a random monster check. I believe that is 18 or more. There's no random monsters that we see down this way. So we're going to go this way. Beyond the door, that is a passage extending 10 feet, and then we're going to go T. So, first off, I think we're going to go north. So now, after we got our beyond the door, we do our passage checks. So we're going to roll another D20. It's a 9. Continue straight, side passage to the left, and then another 10 feet ahead. So we're going to go here. There's a passage this way, and we're just going to go straight. So as we're going up, this probably connects somehow, but we're just going to keep continuing straight here. 19 means there's a chamber. So now we're going to roll in this chamber. It is a 20 by 20. So this is going to be just a tiny little boy. I guess we need to see the exits. 4 exits. So now you can roll on which direction you want the exits to go. However, for the sake of this, and there's 4 exits in this tiny little room, we're going to say that they're all doors, just for the sake of speeding this up. There's going to be a door here, a door here, a door here, and a door here. Now, as soon as we get into this room, this is all sloppy, by the way, I understand that. But when we get into this room, we got to check out the contents one more time. 8. That's not the right thing. 13. We find the dominant inhabitant with treasure. So this is probably going to be the only encounter for this video, just for the sake of brevity. I don't know where I'm at 15 minutes, so this will probably take at least another 5 minutes for this video. But we're going to figure out what this monster is. Also, I guess we need to... I am going to see really quickly since I didn't talk about it in this video, you can roll. This is a temple, so we're going to roll a D100 here, and we're going to figure out what this room is. 26. This is a chapel. So in this chapel, this is going to be celestial, and this is where they're getting kind of desecrated. So what we're going to do now is we're going to break out Xanathar's Guide to Everything, and we're going to flip to the Underdark encounters, and we're going to pray to this celestial here that we don't get a high roll, because we are puny. We got 30. So on the chart of 30, there is violet fungi. So I don't know what that means. So we're going to go here. That is not the dominant monster here, though. So I don't believe that. What is this dominant monster going to be? That's not the dominant monster. We're going to re-roll on this, because that is definitely not the dominant monster. Now, even though I rolled violet fungi, we're going to keep that in our back pocket for another time. But I do not want that to be, that doesn't make any sense to me, that is the dominant monster. 52. Troglodytes. We just ran into some troglodytes. All right, guys. This is the dominant monster. Troglodytes. Bunch of them, too. 3, 11, 12. There's 12 in this room. I don't know how. Maybe they are all doing, since this is a deity, maybe they're all in here. There is treasure in here, too. So maybe that some of these doors are open. We can't seep into them. And there are, yeah, there's some stuff going on. So I need to roll for surprise. I need to figure out how to work that real quick in this. You know what we're going to do, actually? We're going to do surprise like this. Are they surprised? On a 1 or a 2, they are. They are not. Are we surprised? Yes, we are. So as we're going into this room, the torch guys are coming in. They're walking into this room, and they just happen to see tons of these troglodytes just chilling. And these are the torch boys. We are surprised. So they're going to run up and start attacking. Now you guys need to break out the monster manual, and you got to go to the troglodyte section, and we may run. This might just be a running situation here, especially because we're surprised. Oh, this ain't looking good, guys. Where you at, troglodytes? There they are. These are 2d8 monsters. They look like these guys. Simple-minded brutes. Sunlight sensitivity. They smell really bad. And they have a multi-attack. They make 3 attacks. So they're going to run up and just start attacking. Let me see here. They have a +4 to hit. Well, this is pretty much a massacre. So there's only going to be enough room. There's only going to be enough room really for 2 of them to get in here to attack. So that's a plus. That's a miss. 2. I guess that is a hit on one of the torch boys. It does 1d4 plus 2. Okay, so I already missed the bite. It does 1d4 plus 2. Yeah, they all do 1d4 plus 2. So that is 4 damage. Another claw here for another hit. And that is another 4 damage. Or no, that's a 6. So he kills one of the torch boys. The torch boy drops his torch. The other troglodyte's going to go up here and attack now for a hit, for a miss, and for a hit. 6 damage. Yeah, and that torch boy's also dead. They dropped their torches right here in the middle of the hallway. It's lighting up. You can kind of see what's going on in this room now. There is treasure in this room, and the only people who are alive now are me and my 2 mercenaries. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make an initiative roll. This is their roll, 4. This is our roll, 18. So we are going first. I'm going to use side initiative for that, for the sake of that. So what we're going to do... Oh gosh, guys. We're going to slowly retreat. As we are retreating, man, what do we do? I have no idea. I am going to shoot, because we don't have a torch right now. I am going to withdraw, and as I'm backing up, I am going to shoot one of those troglodytes and try to shoot it in its head. What is this AC? It only has 11 AC, and I do get a +4 to hit. So that is a miracle. Actually, I get a +6 to hit. So I do hit it for 1d6 +4, 7 damage. This guy has 2d8 +4 health. 8, yeah, he's already got 10, so 14. So he goes down to half health. I mean, that does trigger a morale check because it's the first time he's at half health. The morale check is a DC 10. He does fail his morale check, so the one that I shoot does run away into the darkness. Now, this will kind of be telling to see exactly what will happen to the rest of the party. Man, this is tough. Since that guy's going to be freaking out and running, I am going to kind of trigger morale on the rest of the group here. They fail, so they are kind of backing up after this attack. We are going to retreat. So this is going to kind of be a first contact. Our torch boys die. We are going to retreat. I am going to make a quick roll to see if my mercenaries just absolutely run away from me. They stay. So we are going to just leave, and we are getting out of there, and we're going to the boat. I did make 11 gold on this adventure, so that there is that. But there are troglodytes in this here, and there's a bunch of them. So that has been this adventure. There hasn't been anything that really happened here other than just showing you how to map out the dungeon. But I hope you found this informative. Hope to see you guys next time. I may dive back into this dungeon next time. We are going to say right here, troglodytes. This is a troglodyte temple. All right, guys, have a good one.